Among the countless coins that have circulated in American hands over the years, one stands out for its quiet mystery and extraordinary collector demand: the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny. At first glance, it looks like an everyday penny. Simple, copper tone, humble design, and a familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. But beneath that modest appearance lies a coin that has captured the attention of numismatists across the globe. While millions were minted, a select few have commanded prices as high as $21,300, transforming this post-war relic into a highly desirable and incredibly valuable piece of American history. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin bears a small yet significant D mint mark just below the year on the obverse. It's easy to miss, but for collectors, it's one of the defining features that separate it from similar issues. In 1950, the Denver Mint produced over 334 million of these pennies, seemingly making it a common coin. Yet, the reality of today's numismatic market tells a different story. While circulated examples are plentiful, it's the flawlessly preserved coins, especially those retaining their original red luster and high mint state grades, that draw intense attention. What drives a coin like this to such high value is a mix of rarity and perfect condition, collector demand, and historical charm. Coins from this era have been subjected to years of circulation, handling, and improper storage. Very few have survived the decades in pristine condition. Those that have been carefully preserved, especially those graded MS67 Red, RD, or higher, by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, are now exceedingly rare. These are the coins that show no signs of wear, possess vibrant copper tones, and maintain sharp strike details, a perfect storm for collectors aiming to complete high-end sets. It's not just about beauty, it's about survivability and excellence. In a sea of common pennies, only a fraction of the 1950 coins were spared from everyday use. Even fewer were kept in controlled environments that prevented oxidation and tarnishing. Today, a 1950 Lincoln penny with a strong strike, clean surfaces, and original red brilliance is a gem. These elite examples have crossed auction blocks for upwards of $21,300, driven by intense competition among serious collectors who know just how rare such pieces are. One of the most intriguing aspects of this coin is how it represents a pivotal moment in American numismatic history. The early 1950s marked a transition in collecting culture. Families began saving coins, not for profit, but out of interest and tradition. Yet, in those early days, people lacked the specialized tools and knowledge available today. Coins were often stored in paper rolls, drawers, or jars, hardly ideal for long-term preservation. The few individuals who kept coins in near-perfect conditions unwittingly preserved treasures that now fetch staggering prices. It's also worth noting that this coin belongs to the iconic Lincoln Wheat Penny series, minted from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features a noble profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, paired with the signature reverse design, 2 wheat ears flanking the denomination and the country's name. This simple yet timeless design is loved by collectors and is often the first coin that draws people into the world of numismatics. The 1950 stands as one of the more fascinating entries in this beloved series, not because of ultra-low mintage, but because of its surprising scarcity and top-grade condition. Another layer of appeal comes from varieties in minting errors, particularly repunched mint marks, RPMs. The Denver Mint, like other mints of the era, sometimes stamped the D mint mark manually. In some cases, this led to visible doubling or overlapping of the mint mark, small anomalies that increase interest and value. A 1950 penny with a clearly identifiable RPM or a unique strike error could be worth significantly more, especially when found in uncirculated condition. These imperfections, far from flaws, become distinguishing features that tell the story of how each coin came. To be color designation plays a critical role in determining a Lincoln cent's desirability. Copper coins like the 1950 are graded not only by physical condition, but also by color preservation, ranging from brown, BN, to red-brown, RB, to full red, RD. Coins that retain their full red hue are the most sought after, particularly in higher mint state grades. This original red glow, untouched by oxidation or time, signals careful storage and adds to the visual and financial appeal. A fully red 1950D in top grade is a visual spectacle, a gleaming artifact from an era long past. Market trends show that the desire for top-grade wheat pennies is not waning. In fact, as time moves on, these coins become even more rare and valuable. Collectors today are increasingly focused on registry sets, striving to own the best-known example of every coin in a series. In this competitive environment, a 1950D graded MS67 Plus RD can command a price of over $21,300, not because it's a one-of-a-kind error, but because it represents the absolute peak of quality for that issue. Beyond auctions and coin shows, the digital era has reshaped the numismatic landscape. Online marketplaces and grading databases make it easier than ever to research, buy, and sell coins. This expanded accessibility has increased interest in the 1950D penny, especially among new collectors who discover its value through online platforms. What used to be an obscure piece tucked away in a binder is now a globally recognized asset, sought after by hobbyists and investors alike. For those lucky enough to possess a 1950D Lincoln cent, it's essential to handle the coin properly. Even the slightest scratch, fingerprint, or smudge can significantly reduce its value. Using gloves, storing it in airtight holders, and avoiding direct contact with hard surfaces are simple but effective ways to protect a coin's integrity. If the coin appears to be in excellent condition, showing no wear and rich red coloring, it's worth considering submission to a professional grading service. The certification not only authenticates the coin, but also opens the door to maximum market value. The 1950D is also a perfect example of how value is not always tied to rarity in numbers, but to rarity in perfection. While over 334 million coins were minted, only a microscopic percentage remain in superior states today. That's what makes this penny so special. It blends high production with low survival in top form, making each high-grade example a true prize in any collection. From a historical perspective, this coin offers a glimpse into a post-war America in transformation. The early 1950s were a time of growth, optimism, and change. The Lincoln cent, circulating in millions of hands, bore silent witness to this era. Each one helped Americans buy candy, newspapers, and groceries, everyday items that now feel like echoes of a simpler time. Owning a 1950D in stunning condition is like owning a preserved moment from that history. What makes the story of the 1950D even more exciting is the possibility that one might still be found today. Perhaps it's hidden in an old coin jar, a family heirloom, or stashed away in a forgotten roll of wheat pennies. With patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck, someone might uncover a gem that has remained unseen for over 70 years. And if that coin meets the high standards of today's grading system, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, like the known examples that have reached $21,300 in major auctions. In the world of coin collecting, surprises often come in the smallest packages. The 1950D Lincoln Wheat Penny is a shining example of how a common coin, under the right conditions, becomes something extraordinary. Its story is one of history, preservation, and discovery, a reminder that even the humblest objects can carry immense value and meaning. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just beginning to explore the fascinating world of coins, keep an eye out for that small D below the date on a 1950 penny. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight.